Hey guys, thanks for joining me again. This is Retro Edition for another week of pickups. This week it was Seattle Retro Gaming Expo, and I had a blast. Me and my buddy Jeremy had a booth, 3 tables, and we just stayed busy. So much fun, and cutting deals left and right. I don't know how much free stuff I gave away. I don't know how much money I lost, but I priced everything below retail, and I just wanted to cut deals to all the gamers. So I had a blast and made some really good friends. People that I had talked to online from our retro collectors group around the area. And got to meet a bunch of people in person. Got to see a bunch of faces that I've seen at other conventions that I've done. Portland, Cowlitz last year at Seattle Retro Gaming Expo. It's really cool just to see familiar faces and being able to start to get to know people and recognize them and have them recognize me, and be able to continue conversations that we had then. So it's been awesome. I don't even know where to start because so much stuff. I really went to the convention not trying to bring home anything, but I did spend just a little bit of money, not much, but most of it was in trades. So I got some awesome stuff. Good buddy of mine, Ron, showed up with a deal that we were planning on making. I just didn't realize that it was going to keep going. Thank you, Ron. Big shout out to you. So, where do I start? My girlfriend and son came to visit me on Sunday at the Retro Gaming Expo because it was Father's Day. And this is the first time they'd ever come to the conventions. And I was really excited to have them there. So one thing that I love about the conventions, everybody knows that I love being a dad and that my son is everything to me. And he does a lot of hunting with me, and we just have a lot of fun. But it's not just video games. We do a lot of adventures. Today we drove over to my buddy Ron's house. He lives on an island about an hour and 15 minutes away from us, and I guess I had never been there before. So we got to explore the island, check out the beaches and stuff like that. And being it was like 85, 90 degrees outside, you can't say no. And we had fun just checking out the beach and seeing the ocean and everything. Unfortunately, we didn't see any orca whales, but it is time for them to come through the Puget Sound. So next time, keeping an eye out. So while my girlfriend and son were at the convention, they picked out a few things. For my girlfriend to pick out something at a gaming expo, because she's not a gamer. She doesn't understand gaming. It was pretty awesome. So she picked out, and I'm in love with this thing, Pac-Man pillow. It is a pillow. It's a household item. But this came from Stupid Geeks Inc. and run by a buddy of mine. And I'm pretty stoked to have this. So this is going into our son's bed. And he loves it. Another thing that we do, a lot of us bring our kids. A lot of us know each other's kids. So we just have a fun time kind of playing around with each other and just getting to know each other and the families. My buddy over at Castlemania Games gave my son this guy, Pikachu beanie, even though it was 90 degrees outside and my son was running around this Seattle center wearing this, just loving it. He eventually got hot and had to take it off, but thank you, Ryan, at Castlemania Games. He loves it. Another buddy of mine owns a video game store around here, Game Bound Video Games, and at the very end of the convention, he came up to me and handed this to me and said it was for my son, but my girlfriend and son had already left, and my son was so excited to see this Charmander plushie. Pretty awesome. So thanks, Kat. Much appreciated. He has been playing with it nonstop. Where to go next? Do we continue with the convention? Do we do some pickups? I guess I can do a little bit. picked this up from a friend of mine today. We did a quick trade. He needed a really good condition Game Boy Advance that he's doing a screen mod, and he offered to trade me straight up, and I said sure. So got a silver platinum Game Boy Advance SP. It is the 001, not the 101, so it doesn't have the brighter screen. But these are always nice to have. While at the convention, I picked up a couple things here and there. I did pay for these, but they are in really nice condition. I don't pick up player's guides very often, especially for myself, but in this condition and some awesome games, I had to get Zelda Ocarina of Time. It's still a game I need to play all the way through. And because of my love for this game, and I worked at Nintendo during the development, I wasn't a part of it, but it was just so hush-hush, top secret, first-rated mature game. Conker's Bad Fur Day, one of my all-time favorite games ever. So I saw this, had to have it. And I got a pretty decent deal. I had one of the other vendors come over, never met the guy before, and he asked me if I had a game, Hot Pursuit, for PlayStation 2. And he said him and his wife used to play it, and had just recently got a PlayStation 2, and he was looking through my games, didn't see it, just happened to ask, and lo and behold, I didn't have it on my table, but I had a PS2 Fat on the floor in a box that I hadn't put out yet, and the night before when I was testing it, it had Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 in it. So I had to dig through, find my cord, get the power going, but I got it out, just gave it to him. You know, the disc had a couple scratches, but it worked just fine. So in trade, I wasn't trying to trade. I just asked, I told him he could have it, you know, super nice dude, very legit. And I went over to his table because he asked me to come over and stop by and take a look. But I saw something that I really liked, and he just told me to have it. So I thought this was pretty cool. A 3D printed Zelda Triforce. So pretty awesome. It's very well made too. So nice little shelf piece here. Great detail. So I like this. I'm actually very excited when I saw that. And the fact that I got it for free was even better. So great guy. Troy D. You guys probably won't see this, but thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh man, so much stuff. A couple of quick little trades that I did from my buddy Jeremy. He knows I like to collect NES and some of the higher NES, and he had this out on the table, but it's one I didn't have, so I asked him if we could work out a trade for it. So he said yeah, but I got Terra Cresta for the NES. Another guy came by, offered me a couple other trades. I'll show you some of the other stuff there, but one of the games that I haven't had in a couple months is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Manhattan Project. Really fun game. This one is in excellent condition, so I'm stoked to have that one back. Another couple things that I had in trade, actually, to my buddy Digi Desden, who was looking for this game for a friend. I gave him my personal copy, and then I ended up getting it back from somebody else in a different trade. We got Super Mario Sunshine. So I love this game. So much fun. I haven't made it very far into the game, but it is a blast. So I'm looking forward to getting back into it. Sticking with the GameCube. This showed up at the very end, and I was like, hey, I don't have that. Can I have it? So I got it in trade. Pikmin 2. The harder one to find. Pikmin games are a lot of fun. They take a long time, but they are so worth it. Another friend of mine came by, and he wanted something that I had, so he wanted to do some trades, and I went over to his booth, and we finally figured out something to do in trades. So I picked this up, and this is one I actually have never owned, and so excited to have it. Double Dragon 3, complete in box, and it is minty, like gorgeous. So excited to add that to the collection. really wasn't expecting to find this much stuff, so. What is this? What is this? Super Nintendo games. Oh man. This is one I already owned, but it's always nice to get stuff in trade. Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. This is really funny because I went into the convention with none of these, and I came out with 2 Super Mario Worlds. This is one I have not played since I was probably a kid, and I'm looking forward to it, but Super R-Type. Pretty stoked to have that. I have this one complete in box already, so this is just an extra copy, but Donkey Kong Country, always a classic. And I did have this one complete in box, and I really did not want to sell it, and I didn't sell it, but Jeremy, my booth partner, he ended up asking if he could have it to trade for something else with another vendor, and I said sure. Him and I always work things out, and we hook each other up with deals all the time. So, but in a different trade, I ended up getting the cartridge only, which I am excited because I love this game. Zombies ate my neighbors. So I'm so glad. I was actually playing this the other day and didn't get very far, but I want to continue to keep going and see how far I can get. So those are the Super Nintendo. Oh wait. While I was at the convention, a friend of mine was out hunting, and he ended up texting me. I didn't get the text for a while. Called me. Finally got a hold of him. I'm kind of busy with customers, but once I saw the text, and I kind of knew what he was doing, and I asked him to finally pick it up for me, and really excited because I've never actually seen this game in person, but I love the series. Super Bonk in box. It just has the game. I need the manual, so if anybody has the manual, please. There's none listed on eBay. Posted to several collectors groups, and nobody has an extra or getting rid of one. So the box is in really good shape. This is going straight to my shelf. So big shout out to my buddy Dennis. Thank you for finding this and picking it up for me. Glad to have that one. Okay, we're getting closer. My buddy Ryan at Castlemania Games, he's been having huge success selling these things, and they've just been going crazy online. Everybody's been talking about it, all the different YouTube channels, people just using it and getting so excited about it. And I did not want to spend $150 for it, but I had something he really wanted, and I've shown it to you guys in a previous video. It was the Pure Solar sealed for Sega Dreamcast with the collector's edition player's guide. So just a straight up trade. I'm gonna get tons of use out of this, so I'm so excited. The GameCube GC HD. If you aren't familiar, this plugs into the back of your GameCube, and it turns your GameCube, connects your GameCube to your TV through the HDMI. Creates no lag, much clearer picture, and it's just supposed to be amazing. So I haven't played with it yet, but I am so excited, and I will be hooking this up soon. Really excited for this one. Thank you, Ryan. Huge shout out for this. Oh man, so much more still. I don't even know where to go. Kind of worked out some more trades with my buddy Ron today. So went to visit him, check out his house, visit him on the island for the first time. And so I had a great day. Took my son with me, got a chance to just chat with him one-on-one, which we haven't done in a very long time. So he had picked up a lot. He is not a Nintendo 64 collector, so he passed it on to me. And I will never say no. And he always cuts me really good deals. So, and I appreciate it, and I always try to hook him up back. So, Nintendo 64. Just your basic Gray jumper pack. Came with the cords and everything. I will never say no to a Nintendo 64. But it did come with one controller, two controllers. So the black charcoal, basic gray. So, and then it came with this guy. So I think it's a rumble pack and a memory card. It's a third-party Hyper Pack Plus. So I'm going to have to play around with it and see exactly what it is. But I think it is a combo. Some really exciting games that he gave me. I haven't had this one in a long time. I actually gave this to a girlfriend because she really wanted it back when I was 18, and PlayStation was a big hit. And she really, really, really wanted this game. But she didn't ever play video games. But Spice World. He just gave this one to me because to me it's just funny. Huge joke. So just a big long running joke. My previous copy that I had actually gave, I think I sold for $1. Oh, hey, what it says $1 to Kinsey Burke or Kinsella. So she made a pretty good joke about it in her pickup video from Portland. So nice to have them go to a good home. And another one that he gave me, he just threw these in. So they're not big exciting titles, but ooh, Black Box. Road Rash. Sega Genesis. Easy to find game. Let's see what else I got from him today. So I got, this is really cool. I don't see these very often. But, do you recognize the back? Are they Virtual Boy games? We got Wario Land. I still need to pick up a Virtual Boy. I'm starting to get some games for him, so may as well get the system. And this is the one that caught my eye. It is the Japanese version, but still an awesome find. Vertical Force. Never played it, but I can't say no to Virtual Boy games. I've bought a couple lately, so excited to have that. Before I get into the Nintendo 64 games, because I did combine the two different lots that I got from Ron, he did give me another Nintendo 64 lot. I'll show you a couple of the other Nintendo 64 games that I picked up recently. This one was in trade. Got Duke Nukem, it's got some stickers. Oh well, I'll clean those up. This one I got from our buddy Mr. John Riggs, Bomberman Hero. He was our booth neighbor at Seattle Retro Gaming Expo. Always a pleasure to be around. Known the guy for a couple of years now, and he's so down to earth and just fun and chill. Great to talk to. Always cracking jokes. And I ended up selling this copy at Seattle Retro Gaming Expo, but it's so hard to say no in a trade. Super Smash Bros. I was sad to be putting it out on my table, but hey, I got it back, so I can't say no. Going back to my trades with Ron and the Nintendo 64 a lot, man, he's hooked me up. So we're going back to the black one was the one I got today. Here's the one I got on Sunday. Oh yeah, Jungle Green. This is the one I had as a kid. It's now my second one, but expansion pack. Yes. So, thank you, Ron. Thank you. I really appreciate it. All right, now we're going to go into the Nintendo 64 games. So these all came from Ron. Madden 99. Trust me, they only get better. Army Men, Sarge's Heroes 2. Star Wars, Shadows of the Empire. Everybody says this is a fun game, but I've never played it. So we're going to have to plug it in and give it a shot. But Beetle Adventure Racing. Diddy Kong Racing. Mario Golf. So now we're getting to the ones that you have to have in your collection because, you know, they're just classics. Mario 64. Donkey Kong 64. I love this game, but I have more of an affinity to the second one because I worked at Nintendo and tested it. But Pokemon Stadium. So I tested Pokemon Stadium too. That was crazy because I was in the multiplayer section where there's 10 mini games, each a minute long, and we were on a deadline, so we were working 88 hours a week. That's 10 minutes worth of video games, 88 hours a week for 5 weeks straight. I was dreaming about Pokemon. Oh man, it was nuts. And GoldenEye. Star Fox 64. Oh. I had made the deal to trade Ron for this game. Actually, I was just going to buy it from him. And then the very next day, I found it at the thrift store. So, Castlevania. I haven't had this one in a while, so pretty stoked to have it. Mario Kart 64. And the winner, Mario Party. Sweet. So, always awesome. Especially to get that many N64 games. So, still more from Ron. It doesn't end here. So, and these are all legit. Haven't tested them to see how the batteries are, but we will get to that. Pokemon Emerald. Pokemon Yellow Pikachu Edition. Oh, this one is in the best condition ever. Pokemon Silver. Oh, can you see that? Oh, who did that? Looks like it went through a fire. Oh, man. Pokemon Red. And Pokemon Gold. So, huge shout out to Ron. Thank you. I mean, I can't believe how much stuff he just gave me. Well, sold, trade. But, wow. You know, he's been on fire lately, and it's just fun to watch. I love seeing somebody who goes out hunting and just finds stuff. Good stuff, too. Not just your everyday, average $2 PlayStation game, Xbox. All right, so we're getting really close to the end. So I really don't know how to show you guys this one because it's big. Definitely big. I have to make some room on the table. Giant box. Just a giant box. Oh, there's a drawer on the bottom. Oh, what's inside there? More Nintendo 64 stuff. I see 3 controllers, cords, memory pack. Let's just open up the top here. A Nintendo 64, a couple games, an expansion pack, and another controller. What is going on here? So we got Wave Race 64 and WWF No Mercy. So not very exciting on the games, but this was a party pack. So John Riggs was sharing a booth with a guy named Joe, and Joe kept dropping the price on this thing, and it got to a price where I could not say no. But it's so cool. It's a party in a box. It's a travel case for a Nintendo 64, just to have a party. And for the price that he asked, there was no way I could say no. All right, so the very last thing. My buddy, Digi Desden, is an incredible guy. Him and his fiance, they're just the nicest people in the world. They treat me and my son so well. They're just incredibly genuine and fun people. He's taught me a lot. I watch him stream. I watch his YouTube channels and his pickups, and we've worked out so much in trades. We just give each other such great deals. So, Digi, I got something for you. It is June, but I got you a Christmas present. I can't wait to give it to you because I really want you to open it up on one of your videos. So, this is for you. I told you I'd pick something up for you for getting that present for me and Asher. So, this is for you, and I can't wait for you to open it up on stream. Thanks for joining me, Retro Edition. If you're enjoying the videos and the pickups, please share, subscribe, comment. I would love to hear back from you guys. All right, have a great day. Thank you.